Aliens are the origin of the sci-fi genre, and also a childhood passion for many people. The search for food sources to feed their larvae is an instinct of the alien monsters. Besides their incredible strength, these aliens are also very intelligent. Thus, they can be considered one of the most formidable monsters. But even though they are so powerful, in this movie, they once again become prey to others. What hunts them is an extremely intelligent civilization. That is the predator tribe. This species possesses advanced technology and a powerful force. But why do they have to hunt the alien monsters? And why do humans face both powerful species at the same time? The story begins at a research station in Antarctica, but somehow it is unusually quiet here. A man seems to be hiding from something in fear, but in the end, he can't escape his misfortune because those chasing him are in stealth mode. A sharp knife pushes the man into a desperate situation, but at this moment, a predator appears from the side. What happened at that research station? 100 years pass in the blink of an eye. Human technology is no longer what it used to be. A satellite used to detect mineral deposits suddenly detected an unidentified heat source signal. The signal source had long been forgotten. The research station in Antarctica. Very quickly, a wealthy patron sponsored the summoning of experts from various fields to investigate. This person's name is Weyland. He is a prominent figure in current tech companies. Just a heat source signal. Why would it make the big boss go to such length? Because they used thermal imaging to build a 3D map of the signal source. It turns out this is clearly a ruin. There are at least hundreds of rooms in the building. The core underneath may hold some undiscovered secrets. The entire building is like a pyramid, and it doesn't just have the heritage characteristics of Antarctic culture. It also combines Cambodian and Egyptian styles at the same time. Even more suspicious is that this pyramid has been under the glacier for more than 2,000 years. Everything points to some kind of mystery. This convinced Weyland to excavate the secrets that made him famous throughout history. Very quickly, they arrived in Antarctica. The location of the pyramid was right beneath the research station. As they prepared to drill a hole into the ground, they were surprised to find one already there, an abyssal, wave-like cave. After measuring, they determined that its depth could lead directly to the pyramid. It can be seen from the satellite analysis chart. This tunnel looks like it was just dug yesterday. In other words, with such depth, humans can't dig it in one day. Considering current technology, no one has done it yet. No time to think much. Because someone arrived first, they had to move quickly. They don't know. The Predator clan is always in a spacecraft, monitoring their every move. That bottomless pit was pierced by their spacecraft. Seeing the hunting time has come, 3 Predator warriors, one by one, put on their gear. The next step will be their hunt. The spacecraft will soon land on Earth, launching 3 smaller ships carrying Predators. The ships land on the ice. The hunt officially begins. Weyland's team on the ground, still unaware of the approaching danger. The Predator's high-tech armor provides invisibility. In this situation, humans simply can't react in time. Even the weapons can turn invisible. How can we resist that? Soon all humans here will be wiped out. 3 Predators start to appear. The leader looks at the screen on his hand. He sees Weyland and the others through a hologram. They've reached the central area of the underground pyramid. What role do humans play in this hunt? They are the prey for the Predators? A tunnel that humans dug straight into the pyramid. So why wait for someone to enter before starting the hunt? All the answers lie within the pyramid. At this moment, Weyland is very excited when looking at the ruins in front of him. He is terminally ill and about to die, but he doesn't want to die so meaninglessly. Discovering the secrets of the ruins in front of him, then you hope to leave your name in history. But you didn't know. The moment you decided to come here, your tragic fate was sealed. An exploration teammate stepped on a trap here while filming. After the mechanism sank, it activated the core mechanical device of the entire pyramid. A core secret room at the bottom was activated. Dozens of thick iron chains as thick as wrists slowly rise up. Below is a pool of ice. The alien queen has been frozen for hundreds of years, is gradually awakening, but clearly, it has been captured and enslaved here. Back at the top of the pyramid, Weyland and his team reach a stone room. It feels like a burial site here. There are offerings on each stone pedestal. Judging from their body positions, these people were voluntarily sacrificed. Countless human skulls are placed in the stone chamber. There is a faceless corpse lying on the ground. It seems to have been here for years, but they don't know what this corpse is. Otherwise, they would have been scared to death. There is also a line of text written around the stone pedestal. Translated, it probably says, "They sacrificed their lives to start the hunt." If you look closely, it seems there is something on the sternum of the corpse, bursting out from inside. In the middle is a bottomless hole. Wanting to continue exploring, they split into 2 groups. Continue to go deeper inside. Record the items that need to be studied along the way. At the same time, the alien queen is stimulated by the electric current, continuously laying eggs. Eggs are densely scattered everywhere. The expedition team has reached another secret. They see a coffin, Maya carvings on the coffin, and ancient characters engraved beside it. After decoding, they discovered this coffin was last opened 100 years ago. Archaeologists adjusted the date to today. The coffin was directly open. They thought there might be something terrible inside, but upon examination, they found 3 items resembling weapons. There was a warning not to take it carelessly, but the mercenaries and the team only followed Weyland's orders. This kind of object has great research value, but the moment it was taken out, another mechanism was activated. This made the predators who had just arrived outside the pyramid anxious. They immediately turned on their cloaking mode and rushed inside. Then, all the stone doors in the pyramid fell down one by one. At the same time, a passage leading underground appeared. It seems this mechanism is not simple. Not only that, some eggs suddenly emerged from the stone pedestals. Each pedestal had 1 egg. Then the eggs gradually opened. Face-hugging parasites crawled out one by one. The consequences can be imagined. When the female member of the group wakes up, they have completed the parasitism process. The other members of the group are still in the parasitic state, still not understanding what is happening. Her body starts to convulse. Then, the facehugger bursts out of her chest. On the other side, Weyland and his team entered the newly discovered secret passage and continued deeper. The 3 predators quickly headed towards the coffin. They were worried after discovering the weapons inside were gone. The leader ordered the other 2 to retrieve the weapons and return. These items are very important. One of the 3 predators caught up with Weyland's team through a device. It quickly scanned the stolen weapons. He wanted to use invisible strings to silently trap and take down these people, but his gun fell, attracting everyone's attention, so they started searching around. A sharp-eyed teammate spotted the predator hiding in the shadows, but it reacted very quickly, immediately throwing a long sword and taking down the opponent. The predator didn't know why, equipped with powerful weapons, but they could only fight with cold weapons. Therefore, it was temporarily suppressed by humans with guns. As for the cause, we will continue to monitor. At this moment, the stones around the pyramid suddenly began to move. Clearly something is changing in the structure here. New rooms are being formed one after another. The expedition team has been isolated in waves. A teammate fell into the underground space. When the stone gate closed, he was left alone, understandably scared. Strangely, there was a slime on the gun. Then an iron creature fell from above. During the exploration, other teammates discovered the stone gate here moves every 10 minutes. Each movement changes the structure. They must leave this hellish place as soon as possible. Walking around, soon someone picked up the slime-covered gun. Then he got shot and fell into the room below. His teammate wanted to rescue him, but it was too late. The aliens with drooling mouths appeared in front of the man. He turned his head to look back. There really was another one. Not long after, the companions above were also attacked by the aliens. The team was reduced to only 4 members of the Weyland team, but at this moment, the remaining 4 were also detected by the predator. They turned invisible, shooting a special net to immobilize the 4 people ahead. The net tightened more and more. It also emitted high-frequency vibrations. A comrade wearing gloves came to the rescue, but the gloves were immediately torn. Even a knife was easily broken. Then the predator appeared from behind. Humans are no match for them. 1 punch each. Under their spear, the person inside the net was taken down. Then it raised its leg and kicked the girl in the red shirt nearby, but an alien was following behind, using its tail to pierce through the predator's chest. Then it moved in front of the predator. At this moment, the predator had shifted its focus to the aliens. The next second, the predator was completely taken down by it. Witnessing their comrade being killed, another predator prepared to rush in for revenge. But the aliens wouldn't give up easily. As both sides were fighting, the predator realized this alien was very strong. But with the strength and equipment of the predator race, they were fully capable of engaging in hand-to-hand combat with the aliens. But at this moment, the alien had the upper hand. The predator was thrown high and slammed to the ground, but it still managed to cut off the alien's tail with the blade on its arm. I didn't expect these specially crafted materials to be effective, but they still can't shake the resolve of the predator to defeat the alien. Seizing the victory, the predator stands up, grabs the alien, and slams it into a stone pillar, then drags it and uses the invincible spear. But this level of attack doesn't cause pain to the alien. After regaining its balance, it swings its acidic tail. The predator, seeing this, looks astonished. When they looked back, this alien was gone. This alien is definitely a special creature. Not only is its physique extremely strong, but its IQ is also limitless. It wanted to launch a deadly sneak attack, but the predator had noticed that long ago. Just waiting for this moment, the metal net was thrown up, continuously contracting, pressing against the alien's body, seeing itself about to be tightened by the predator's net. And the blood of these aliens has cut through the metal net. They counterattack, advance, and overwhelmed the predator. And finally, they completed the counterattack. But this strong alien also paid a heavy price. Those burned net marks on its head are indelible. 3 predators, 2 have died. Only 1 left. We call him Old Iron. Old Iron is chasing the last 3 members of the Weyland team. Weyland has a terminal illness, determined to shield the other 2 to escape. But humans are too small in the eyes of the predator. After scanning for a while, Old Iron witnesses Weyland's cancer cells have spread throughout his body. Life doesn't have much time left. Although the predator is aggressive, it never kills the elderly, weak, sick, and disabled. But Weyland doesn't appreciate this chance of survival. He tries to burn the predator with fire. Lafayette sees him as ungrateful, so he directly sends him to the afterlife. The other side, the black girl named Ami and her teammates are running away. But they discover that the pyramid has started to reorganize its structure. But that's also an opportunity. They can escape from the predator behind them, barely dodging the predator's arrow. It looks like they are temporarily safe, but Old Iron on this side isn't standing still either. The hands are cut in half by it, but the real danger has only just begun. An alien lurking in the shadows is preparing a sneak attack. Unexpectedly, it is discovered by a predator. A knife flashes by. The alien's head is split in half. The blade neatly returns to the predator's hand. Then it slowly removes its mask and breaks one of the alien parasite's limbs. Taking advantage of its highly corrosive blood, he carved onto the helmet. All of this was seen by Ami and the archaeologist hiding inside. The archaeologist speculated that this might be some kind of ritual, marking oneself with the prey's blood to complete the hunt. Just as they were diverting their attention, ready to explore other places, suddenly, another parasite appeared behind Lafayette. The archaeologist saw the murals carved all around, along with the hieroglyphs on the ceiling. After decoding, he discovered a shocking truth. Thousands of years ago, the predators loved traveling through the universe, exploring lands to find hunting grounds. Humans at that time were still quite primitive. The predators taught humans how to build. With advanced technology they had never seen before, they immediately became gods on Earth. In exchange, every 100 years, humans sacrifice a few members of their tribe, because the predator has frozen an alien queen on Earth. This alien queen will be released every 100 years to lay eggs. Human sacrifice serves as hosts for the parasites, used to breed aliens. They are the prey for the predator. Once every century, every time the predators come to Earth, it's always 3 elite warriors who have just matured. They must go through the process of hunting aliens to complete their own coming-of-age ritual, to prove themselves as true predator warriors. But aliens are harder to control. If they appear in large numbers and the hunt gets out of control, at that point, the predators will have to sacrifice themselves to destroy all the aliens, then activate the ultimate bomb on their bodies. The bomb is very powerful. It can instantly wipe out all aliens within a 100-mile radius. But human civilization has developed too quickly, to the point where the image of the predator god has gradually been forgotten, even beyond the control of the predator. So this time, the predator intentionally activated the heat signal in the pyramid, intentionally luring humans here to become a new hunt. Those 3 weapons are the start switch of the experiment. The original plan was for the predator to retrieve the weapons. The hunt begins, but unexpectedly, the situation spirals out of control. Now the predator is chasing the 2 of them just to retrieve the weapon they took. Otherwise, they will never be able to defeat the large number of aliens. Understanding everything, Ami suggests returning the weapon to the predator. Humans in this hunting game, no match for the predator. When the alien invades the human world, the consequences will be catastrophic. It's best to help the predator complete the hunt, end everything. But on the way to return the weapon, they encounter an alien. The archaeologist is captured by the alien, leaving only Ami to fight alone. Fortunately, she quickly found Old Thiet. Old Thiet was about to kill her. Ami saw this, and immediately threw her weapon to show her goodwill. Just as Old Thiet was confused, suddenly, an alien appeared beside them. The spear in his hand was knocked away and fell in front of Ami. After Old Thiet threw the alien out, it changed its attack target to Ami nearby. Ami instinctively picked up the spear beside him. When the alien charged, it was pierced through the heart. Wanted to counterattack, but couldn't. In the end, he still couldn't hold on. At this moment, Lafayette had loaded his weapon. With the weapon, the predator's combat effectiveness immediately soared. He was not afraid when facing dozens of aliens coming one after another. They were led by the alien leader. Before long, more than half were killed or injured. When hesitating whether to continue the attack, the alien queen suddenly roared. The leader heard and led the remaining alien minions to find the queen. Lafayette didn't know why they retreated, but Ami's performance just now was acknowledged by him. Now the 2 companions are down. He also needs someone to help. But sending a human to fight an alien barehanded is definitely not feasible. The predator cut off an alien's claw, then drained its blood and dripped it onto its skull, squeezed a few more drops, and let it fall to the ground. The ground was corroded, but the skull remained intact. Ami immediately understood. Then he cut the alien's skull, then cut off the tail and and make it into a spear. This is so Ami can use the skull as a shield. Using the tip of the tail as a spear, it can effectively block the corrosive blood of the alien and continue fighting. Over there, this alien army is led by the alien that took down 2 predators. They found the imprisoned queen. The queen waves her tiny hand. Many aliens jumped onto the queen and continuously attacked. The queen's blood is much more corrosive than regular aliens. Even though the iron chains had preservatives, they couldn't withstand the queen's blood. The alien queen, imprisoned for thousands of years, finally emerged, leading the alien army to seek revenge on the predators. At this moment, Ami and Lao Thiet entered a stone room. Discovering their teammates being restrained, waiting for parasites, she wanted to step forward and untie him. But old Thiet used a scanner and discovered that the man was infested with a parasite. The man also knew his fate, so he begged Ami to kill him. Reluctantly, Ami pulled the trigger. The incompletely developed alien parasite still wanted to become a monster, and was grabbed and crushed by old Thiet. But there were still thousands of eggs waiting to hatch here. If they all hatch, it will be an apocalyptic disaster. So Old Iron directly took out the ultimate bomb passed down by his ancestors. After setting it up, it was thrown into the middle of the egg nest. The two quickly ran towards the exit. Just as they were about to lower the rope ladder back to the ground, suddenly, an alien sneaked up from behind. Old Iron's shoulder cannon was knocked to the ground. His shoulder was also pierced. Emergency situation. Ami picked up a nearby machine gun and shot the alien in the head. But they discovered the leader had brought a large number of other aliens. The rope ladder just started working. Both quickly ran away. The bomb also exploded immediately. After a loud noise, a huge energy surge ran through the entire underground space. The entire rubble was leveled. All the aliens here couldn't escape the shockwave of the explosion. Ami and Old Iron dashed out of the ground at the last moment. But the bomb was too strong. The entire ground started to collapse. The two of them survived the disaster. The predator was very grateful to Ami. He immediately took off his mask and showed respect. A peerless face appeared before her. Ami's determination was very strong. Seeing the old man's face, Ami was still unafraid, and let the iron-blooded man press his face onto hers. This is the mark of the strong. Although humans are their captive civilization, in their race, strength is always respected. Just as they were about to bid farewell, the explosion on the ground interrupted them. The alien queen survived the explosion. Lao Thiet started throwing darts wildly, but these wounds to the alien queen were just scratches. Lao Thiet was then thrown far away. After that, the queen extended her tail and prepared to stab Lao Thiet to death. In this critical moment, Ami stepped out from the side. A spear pierced the queen's neck. This made the alien queen even angrier. She started chasing Ami madly. Although Ami has short legs, she runs fast. Plus, her small stature allowed her to finally escape deep beneath the water tower. But this queen is determined to defeat Ami. She has no intention of letting Ami go easily. At this critical moment, Old Teat swoops down from above, piercing the queen's head with the spear in his hand. The queen cries out in pain. At this moment, Ami sees the long iron chain binding the alien queen. She wanted to use the water tower to pull the queen down to the bottom of the icy river. Old Iron saw this and understood her intention, so he helped her pull the iron chain up to the water tower. But the collapsing water tower suddenly got stuck. Old Iron was also stabbed through the stomach by the queen. Seeing this, Ami quickly picked up the spear beside her. Some people wanted to use the lever principle to lift the earth. She wanted to use the lever principle to save the earth. The reluctant queen flung the predator forward, but in the end, she was still powerless. Along with the water tower, she sank into the cold deep sea. Unfortunately, Lao Thiet was severely injured and couldn't hold on. He carried the iron net and slept forever on the glacier. Ami couldn't help but feel sad. She didn't even notice the invisible predator chieftain beside her. Unaware of when the spaceship had arrived, several soldiers carried Old Thiet's body away. The tribal chief saw the mark on Ami's face. Clearly, this was Old Thiet's acknowledgement of her. So he handed his battle spear to Ami. Then he flicked his long hair and turned to leave. The predator spaceship was getting farther away. After leaving Earth, the alien child suddenly emerged from Old Thiet's abdomen. So it turns out Old Man Thiet had already been attacked by the parasite. Unable to escape the fate of being parasitized, he intended to overcome the challenge and return to the spaceship as soon as possible to destroy the alien, but he never thought he would ascend to heaven. His body was also brought back to the spaceship by those same people through some strange combination. Although the host died early and couldn't fully develop, The combination of predator and human genes will surely create a new hybrid generation of alien. In a binary star system, there exists a predator. He kept to himself and stayed isolated, but after many battles, without a single defeat, he is one of the strongest elite warriors of the predator race. Look at the broken front teeth in his mouth, and a face corroded by alien blood. There are also countless masks with traces of alien hunting on the wall, enough to prove that he is worthy of being an alien hunter, but this time, he will face an unprecedentedly strong opponent. An alien combined with the elite genes of the predator. The story continues. 3 predators who joined the battle have been eliminated. Only the body of Old Iron was taken away by the spaceship, because the director didn't allow the Iron Clan chief to search for the bodies of the remaining 2 predators. When the spaceship approached Saturn, the predator chief continued his space journey, and the body of the Old Iron left a few soldiers piloting the small spaceship back to their planet. Not long after, the alien completed its first molt on the small spaceship. The Iron soldiers were unaware of this. One of the predator scientists goes to the lab researching facehuggers, plans to dissect an alien for in-depth study, but he never expected. An alien quietly approaches him, then he is killed instantly. Another soldier hears the noise and comes over, sees a comrade brutally murdered, quickly analyze the enemy's structure through tools, then proceed to attack with shoulder-mounted cannons, but accidentally pierced the spaceship, forcing an emergency landing. But coincidentally, at this moment, they happened to pass by Earth, so the spaceship naturally landed in some forest in the United States. This scene was coincidentally discovered by a father and son out hunting, and the origin of all disasters will also begin with them. At this moment, the parasites in the spaceship started coming out of the containers one by one. The only surviving Iron soldier realized the situation was gradually getting out of control. He immediately sent out a distress signal. Then he was discovered by the alien. It immediately took down the predator soldier. Sounds from inside the forest. It gave this father a sense of danger. He immediately took his son away, but the facehugger was too fast. Even though the father was extremely sensitive to danger signals, he immediately fired at the approaching facehugger, but the blood splatter broke his arm. In the end, the father and son couldn't escape, and the remaining parasites, they went to a drain near the forest. 3 homeless people living here were also attacked by the parasites. The quiet town nearby was unaware that a disaster was coming. At this moment, the lone predator received a distress call from the soldiers. All emergencies related to aliens out of control are his responsibility. After 100 years of fighting, countless aliens have died at his hands. So, he is also known as the ultimate hunter. He doesn't take this call for help seriously. He simply takes their weapons and heads to the source of the signal, flying through space to get there. Very quickly, his spaceship arrives on Earth. The landing module detaches and lands in the lake, near the forest. Shortly after, a transparent object rises from the surface of the lake. The invisibility suit becomes ineffective when exposed to water. His features are beginning to show. Soon, he found the spaceship sending the signal. To find out why his teammates were killed, he removed his mask, then put the mask on the Iron soldier's face. The recorder in the mask replayed the image of the soldier before he was killed. The moment the hunter saw the facehugger on the parasite, he couldn't help but be surprised. From the analyzer, he quickly understood this was a hybrid between an alien and a predator. He also quickly realized that the situation was very serious. The predator clan was already very strong. An alien carrying predator genes would certainly be extraordinary. But despite that, Hunter still has enough confidence to control the situation. He used the initial liquid to contain the face-hugging parasites, injecting it into the tools. This way, traces of the parasites can be found through the tools. Due to his overconfidence, he only brought simple equipment. He took out the soldier's dart pouch and this mysterious blue liquid. The next step is likely to be a tough battle. Initiate the spaceship's self-destruct program. The best among the best. Eliminate the alien here without leaving a trace. That is the perfect completion of the mission. Over there, because the father and son suddenly disappeared while hunting, the wife immediately reported to the police. Shortly after, the police force entered the forest to search. At this moment, Hunter discovers a father and son hunting were attacked by parasites. Clearly, a hybrid alien has appeared. He begins to take out a blue liquid. This liquid has extremely high corrosive properties, specifically used to destroy corpses and erase traces. Unfortunately, an unlucky police officer witnessed this incident. Even more unfortunate, his walkie-talkie suddenly rang. Hunter immediately drew his knife upon hearing the sound, then went into stealth mode. The officer ran away, but in the end, he couldn't escape the hunter's claws. When the other officers found him, he had been skinned and hung upside down on a tree. Accidents often happen in this forest, but no one knew what had happened. At this moment, the hunter followed the trail of the escaped aliens. Seeing the bodies of 3 parasitized, homeless people, he applied the old rules. Immediately after that, from deep within the sewer, the alien's low growl began to echo. After a careful inspection, he increasingly believes that there are aliens hiding here. The hunter's power is not limited to combat ability, but also rich in experience, always allowing him to deploy optimal strategies. For the first time using a laser generator, deploying a blockade around, then jumped into the water and roared loudly to attract the aliens. After confirming the prey is in range, begin firing the laser, completely cutting off the alien's escape route. Then the massacre begins. As soon as it touches the mechanism, it will immediately be cut to pieces. Hunter is confident in himself. Normal aliens to him are just like mosquitoes. A few aliens are not enough to exhaust him, and they want to take him down, but he used one hand to lift each alien and take it down. This shows the huge power gap between them. At this moment, the hybrid alien with predator genes that had been hiding suddenly appeared, but it couldn't defeat the hunter. Seeing the opponent's overwhelming strength, it chose to flee, bursting directly through the surface and escaping. The remaining normal aliens also chose to escape. Anyway, since we've left the green hills behind, there's no need to worry about running out of firewood. Hunter uses equipment to enhance the strength of his arm. He also bursts out of the ground, accidentally seeing an alien on the run. Hunter immediately activates stealth mode and follows. The battlefield between the two sides shifts from underground to above ground. Humanity is about to face a disaster. In the nuclear power plant, after becoming invisible, Hunter is carefully searching for the alien, but unexpectedly, an alien creature is lurking right below him, waiting for a chance to launch a surprise attack. Hunter falls from a high-rise building. He falls right onto a steel beam. Although his waist is pierced, he feels no pain. Immediately activates his shoulder cannon to counterattack the hybrid alien, but the power of the shoulder cannon was too strong. The nuclear power plant exploded. The entire town's power was cut off and plunged into darkness. At this moment, a group of young men fighting over a girlfriend were brawling at the swimming pool. The sudden power outage caught them off guard. Before they could react, a hybrid alien swam up from the bottom of the pool. One of the unlucky ones was taken to Taitian. The 3 men and 1 woman left panicked and fled, but the slowest runner would become the next victim. The remaining 3 could not save them. They could only keep running. The aliens did not chase. Instead, they dragged the captured prey away, beginning to leisurely enjoy their meal. It didn't know that the hunter was behind. The spear pierced through the mouth, pushing both the alien and the unfortunate soul into the pool. Then the hunter took out the blue liquid again, starting to destroy and erase traces. As everyone knows, at this point, the secret about the alien can no longer be hidden. No one knows what reproduction method the aliens use. In the absence of parasitic eggs, multiplying at an alarming rate. As a result, the town's residents are continuously attacked by aliens. The hospital is overloaded. Even the support troops were immediately wiped out. The town's sheriff immediately reported to the military about an unknown creature attacking. The colonel hesitated for a moment and then told him, "The airborne rescue team will arrive in 30 minutes to rescue at the town's central square. It's just this wave. If you miss it, you'll die." Then, he stared blankly at the images from the military and thought about something. The sheriff informed everyone about the rescue, but a recently retired female soldier felt something unusual. The town center is under attack. Why is there a rescue operation here? It could only be that they want to use them as bait. Missiles dropped from above to eliminate these creatures. At that point, they won't have any chance of survival. The sheriff believes the country can't ignore the people to do something crazy like that. The female soldier has a different opinion. She is a retired Air Force member. Decides to find a helicopter to escape on her own. Currently, only the emergency center of the town hospital remains. There's one helicopter. Some young people felt that the female soldier made sense, so they split into 2 groups. One group, led by the police chief, went into the town center to wait for rescue. Another group, including the female soldier and a young man, headed to the hospital on their own. But they didn't know. The aliens have arrived at the hospital's obstetrics department. This will be a paradise for them to reproduce. Regular aliens. They are all inside the queen's eggs. Then the alien offspring are born from the egg's parasitic host. The disadvantage is when the alien queen lays eggs, she cannot move freely due to the large egg sac, needing young aliens around to protect her. A single egg can only hatch 1 parasitic alien, and only 1 alien can be born. But this alien's lineage has been upgraded. The alien embryo can be directly implanted into a female creature. What's even scarier is that each host can give birth to multiple aliens, so its reproductive capacity far exceeds the alien queen. In the blink of an eye, the pregnant women at the hospital all had embryos implanted in their bellies, and this place has been taken over by the aliens as their nest. When the group of female soldiers arrived here, they saw this place had become a living hell. But the helicopter on the roof was their only hope of escape. They couldn't give up easily, but just as they reached the stairs, they were attacked by the aliens. Everyone immediately pulled the trigger. This will force the alien to flee. A young woman on the team was so terrified that she lost her mind, ran all the way to the roof. The others had no choice but to follow closely. At this moment, Hunter continued to search for the aliens' traces in the heavy rain, but his shoulder cannon suddenly started malfunctioning. It seems the previous battle caused the malfunction, so he could only remove the cannon from his shoulder and turn it into a handheld plasma gun. It seems its power was not diminished. Then he discovered that most of the aliens were concentrated at the hospital. After seeing what was happening there, he knew that the aliens were using some special method to reproduce at a rapid rate. The death rate was far slower than the reproduction rate. He was so angry that he kicked the hospital door. Tonight there will definitely be a large-scale battle. But as soon as he entered the hospital, he was attacked by the hybrid alien. It ate its fill and left. Hunter immediately counterattacked, injuring the opponent with the sharp blade in his hand. This hybrid alien is very cunning. To preserve its strength, he ordered his subordinates to take turns fighting, trying to use every trick to deplete the hunter's physical strength. But how could ordinary aliens be a match for the hunter? In just a few seconds, he took down most of them. However, he was attacked by a suddenly appearing alien, dropped his weapon. The hunter fell to the ground, taking 2 punches. Then he took out the blue liquid and poured it into the alien's body. At this moment, 2 more aliens came from behind. Hunter saw this and took out his dart. At this moment, the film's most clueless character appeared. The girl, scared, ran to the end of the road. The dart was shot and stuck into the wall. The man saw it and was very angry. He raises the machine gun and fires wildly at the hunter. But the hunter's equipment is extremely powerful. Although it doesn't harm him, it distracts him for a moment. As a result, he is ambushed, and the alien secretly seizes the opportunity. They both fall into the elevator shaft. Filled with anger, the man finds the hunter's weapon on the ground, just wanted to try it out a bit, then got pierced through the shoulder by an alien from behind. The brother next to him immediately pulled the trigger, temporarily repelling the alien. Then that brother took the gun, carried his younger brother to the rooftop. The helicopter was very close, but the sudden appearance of an alien once again cut off their escape route. The brother quickly figured out how to use the gun, discovering the incredible power of the weapon. He decided to lure the alien alone, so the female soldier could take his younger brother away first. During the fight, he discovered the gun seemed to have unlimited ammo, as long as he waited for the automatic recharging process to complete, not knowing what kind of energy it used. This also gave him great confidence. Continue shouting to attract the alien's attention, but there are too many aliens. This time, before the charging process is complete, an alien is rushing towards. Suddenly the ground explodes. Turns out Hunter was hiding under there, accidentally stepped on him, so the alien also gets killed. He takes advantage of this moment, turns around, grabs the gun, and runs away. Run at full speed towards the helicopter. After using guns to kill the pursuing aliens, they finally escaped from the hospital. And here, at the town square, the sheriff informed all residents to gather here. Everything was exactly as the female soldier thought. The town's residents were bait used by the military to attract the aliens. At this moment, they are surrounded by aliens. The only option is to form a city formation and fight to the death. At this moment, the colonel has dispatched a fighter jet carrying a nuclear bomb, flying to the town center. On the rooftop, Hunter pulls out a special steel whip. He uses his unique whipping technique. In an instant, he takes down the alien. Another alien unexpectedly attacks from behind. A tail knocked away the hunter's steel whip. The hunter drew his battle spear again. This time, the hybrid alien decided to fight the hunter head-on. By now, the hunter had exhausted much of his energy. It believed it had won this battle. The result was not as expected. The hunter was continuously beaten down. This made him really angry, so he threw away all his equipment and armor. He wanted the outsiders to understand that the title of Ultimate Hunter is not just an empty name. The two sides faced off. This is also what an invincible hunter wants, a sweet and fierce battle, because it's been a long time since he met a worthy opponent. A match equal in strength. Hunter, not at his best, is clearly no match for this hybrid alien. He gets cornered and continuously attacked by the inner jaw. Hunter waits for the right moment. He immediately eliminates the hybrid alien's strongest attack method. It can be seen that the hybrid alien's blood, carrying predator genes, has no corrosive energy, or perhaps the predator genes have diluted its corrosive ability. Hunter pulls out his wrist blade and stabs the hybrid alien in the head, but he himself was also stabbed by it, just when both sides were at a stalemate. Military fighter jets had also reached the town center and dropped a nuclear bomb. In the beautiful eyes of the sheriff, a beautiful mushroom cloud rose over the town. Hunter and the alien also perished in the sea of flames. The helicopter piloted by the female soldier was severely affected by the explosion, landing in a remote forest. A large number of special forces arrived to clean up the mess, surround them, and take Hunter's weapon. And this weapon, it will also become a critical breakthrough in human technology. Although many fans are eager to know the sequel, but because the movie was a heavy failure at the box office, therefore, there's no news about plans for a third part. Although this series combines science and fiction, two different universes are forced to merge together, but for those who like this genre, it's also a very good movie.